All right, so today I wanted to do like a watch over my shoulder kind of setup here with a client account of mine and how I'm going to go ahead and set up a new video ad. So I'm usually rotating out different videos depending on performance. And the reason that I'm going to swap in a new video or test a new video today is because after looking at the stats, I can see that the cost per lead for them has increased. So you'll see from last month to, if I switch this to last 30 days, that's a pretty big jump. So there's something off there, right? So this is why we always want to be monitoring things and be ready to swap things in or duplicate things and try something else. The first thing I'm going to do is try a new video. As we've talked about in the past, these conversion campaigns are targeting people who have watched the videos. So once I start to see performance decline on a conversion campaign, my first plan of action is to go to the step one, the video step, and put in a new video. That way it's just getting fresh eyeballs and hopefully getting those stats down the line at the retargeting level to drop. So for this specific client, we're on a budget. So that's why we only have one video ad and one conversion campaign running at a time, unless I'm testing. So what I do is, this is the winner. What I'm going to do is duplicate this and test a new video and then keep both running so that I can compare the stats. And then let's say the new video is the winner, I'll turn off this one, and that's how we go along. Or sometimes I'll leave both running if they're kind of neck and neck and just confirm with the client that that's okay budget wise. So let's walk through it. So and the reason I want to show this to you guys is that it's easier to see as I go through step by step an actual ad account and how you will be able to do this in your ad account. So once you start seeing performance decline, which you will, and that's totally normal, you know exactly what to do and how to get to that next step. So let me go back. How you're going to get there, you're going to go to your video views campaign that we have set up. Then go to the ad set tab, and this is where you find all your video ads. If you've only got one running, that's totally fine. That's like me right here, right? So we want to launch a new video ad. So you don't have to click create and go through the whole process over again. You can actually just duplicate this and go from there. So we're going to click duplicate. You know, I turn off all of these check boxes. Anything that's automatically turned on, I turn off. This is going into that original campaign because the original campaign is the video views campaign, and we're launching a new video ad. So it's just going to go right into that original campaign. So click duplicate. And then we get to where you put in your targeting and your budget. So this video that I'm going to upload, I'm going to rename this here. I think it was like, this is just based on what's in the video. I'll show you the video in a bit. All right, so video views, then you just scroll, make sure everything is still the same, which it should be. You'll see the daily budget is still the same. The audience is still the same. And this is where I check placements because sometimes they like to be tricky. Okay, placements still the same. Perfect. And that's because we had just duplicated the other one. So then we go to the ad level, and it's funny how everyone's ad manager looks different. Like this client account is set up totally different than my own ads manager. And I know you guys have seen it too when we've done walkthroughs together where you're like, wait, my screen doesn't look like that. This is a perfect example. I don't know why different ads managers are set up differently. I don't know. Meta's just annoying like that sometimes. All right, so this is the ad level. So this is where we put in the creative and the ad copy. And let's scroll down. I want to change the URL because they actually just revamped a website. So I need to make sure I'm using the correct URL, which I am. Whoops. here's where the media is. So we're going to trash that. Upload the new video. My folders are a mess. Ignore that. Okay. I just skipped through the text because I'm going to work on that in a second separately. Then, as you know, make sure all of the AI things are turned off. This is new. I had someone else run into this the other day. This whole translate your text, Advantage Plus creative translation. Now they want to be able to translate your text in your ad or your video. So make sure you you can keep it on if you do want it to be translated. I'm going to turn it off because I do not need that. So you'll see the video here. If you think you can bribe me with a custom closet, you'd be absolutely correct. So this is just a fun little, reel that they had posted organically that did well. So that is why we are going to use it in an ad. And then this was the previous winning ad copy. And usually I only test one new variable, right? We've talked about that. So I'm not going to change the ad copy and the video and the targeting all in one shot. I'm just going to change one thing, which is the video. And so I'll keep the ad copy the same as long as it still makes sense. And this does. Warning, this custom closet tech closet is the one all your friends will be jealous of. This still goes well with the video, so I'm going to keep that. Headline, I've talked about. It doesn't really matter for video views ads because you don't see a headline in these, but I still include them just in case. I don't know, you never know with Facebook, and also it could help with the algorithm. All right, so then I scroll their pixel setup. Since I have their website for the learn more, I want to make sure that the pixel is active because, again, even though this is a video views ad, here we go. Even though it's a video views ad, you never know. People might still click from this. It's in the ad copy. They might still click. You don't know. So you want to be able to track them. Most likely not. Most likely they're just viewing your video, and that's fine because that's the objective. But just in case, we want to have the pixel down here active. So make sure that's checked. Make sure you've got the green dot. All right, back here, they turned off some of these enhancements. I want to turn them off, though the only one that's turned on is relevant comments. I'll actually keep that. I don't mind relevant comments. If you start to get more engagement, it'll keep the highest engaged comments at the top, which is fine. Make sure everything else is turned off. Pixels on, and then build those URL parameters. So with the URL parameters, this helps you with your Google Analytics. So if you're tracking in Google Analytics, you want to be able to tell which ads are getting specific results on your site. For example, if you can attribute this ad to a 90% engagement rate or something on your website, then you know that it's doing its job and it's performing well. Again, this being a video views ad, you're probably not sending a ton of traffic. This is more important for a traffic campaign so that you can be able to track performance. So you'll be able to track right down the line. For example, a traffic campaign where someone clicks on your ad and goes to your website, and then they start clicking around and they go to another web page within your website and they're reading and spending time. All of that is tracked within Google Analytics. Now, I am not a Google Analytics expert, so I only know the basics of reporting, but do your research on that. It is really handy and important and key to have that set up so that you can look at the overall data from Facebook and your website, because it's important to know if the traffic you're sending from Facebook is actually engaged traffic or they get to your website and they bounce off, right? So anyway, long story short, This is where you build your URL parameter for your Google Analytics. So once you do get into Google Analytics and set up your Google Analytics account, then in here's where you put these specific keywords. So that way when you do go into your Google Analytics, you can find this specific URL. So I just put campaign Facebook, the medium paid social, so that you know that it's not just Facebook, like someone clicked from your business page. It's paid social, it's your ads. Your campaign name that you have over here in Ads Manager, which is for this client, Closets Video Views. And then I put in the content, like, so the style. So this is geo-targeted, and I'll put closet bribe. Again, this is for you to be able to tell the difference in stats when you're looking at the reporting. So I'll click apply. And then this one's good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and publish that. And that should be in review now. Sometimes you have to refresh. Ads Manager glitches a little bit. Ignore this. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta refresh. This usually it's in review. So that is how I will duplicate an ad and make a new video ad. And again, I'm just changing the video. If I wanted to duplicate this and change the ad copy, I would keep the video and just change the ad copy, which we could do too, because this video is performing decently, 3 cents cost per through play. And you'll see it's gotten a little over 19,000 in the last 30 days. But we'll see how this new one does. Now, what you want to do from here, if you are retargeting video views, go to your, no, we're not going there. Go to audiences. Because now that we've launched a new video, this part is a little bit annoying. We need to add that video to the audience. So I'm going to go ahead and find my video views audience here and click edit. Select videos. Find the account. Why is this not? Oh, hold on. It should be on Instagram. It should be on Facebook too. And so here you can see the videos that they've launched organically. And even though they're organic, you still want to target those people, right? In your retargeting. So I'm going to go ahead and check all those off. Okay. And then once the latest video gets approved, you'll want to come back in here and include those as well. So they've got a lot of organic content they've published recently. I'm going to confirm those. This might be because I have been updating the 95% one, but I just want to show you how to do that. So click edit. I don't know why Facebook isn't coming up. It usually does. Again, sometimes it likes to be a little glitchy. If that's the case, my go-to is refresh or come back to it later because I'm always having Ads Manager problems. So you go ahead and check off all your videos that you want included in your retargeting ads. Yes, so you'll see I had all these checked off here. And update. So that you're constantly building that audience and expanding that audience so that your conversion campaigns have a bigger pool of people to be shown to. Hope that makes sense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So from here, I'm going to give this a couple days, come back to check on it, come back to check on the conversion ads and see if those costs decrease a bit, and then make decisions based on that. So hopefully that helps. Little over the shoulder review here. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, feel free to drop them in the Facebook group, or we can chat on the group call or on your one-on-one call. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone.